One day in civics and economics when I was in high school, we came across a term in the textbook called cost opportunity, or opportunity cost. It was in the economics section. It's for everything something... It was in the context of business, that every time a business works on making a product, all the time put into making that product is time not put into making any other product. So that product better sell. That product better do well, because if it fails, they could have spent that time working on a product that could have done better. And opportunity cost is something after I heard about that, that sort of changed my life. I sort of thought, every time I'm doing something, it better be worth it, because I only have a limited amount of time on this earth. So whatever I'm doing, if there's nothing better I could be doing, that's what I have in my mind. Am I doing what needs to be done right now? Am I living my life how I should right now? Is this what I need to do right now? And that doesn't mean I don't have fun. I have to only be studying and work. I understand the value of fun, entertainment, and just chill time. But every time I'm doing something, I think, is there something better I could be doing? And typically the answer is no, because I'm doing what I want to be doing. But whenever the answer is, I could probably be doing this, I immediately stop and go do the other stuff, because opportunity cost is important to me. I've never really been much of a gamer, because I think gaming... What gaming is, ultimately, is a simulation of desires evolutionarily ingrained into the human genome that sort of wants us to, be heroes, to fight, to protect, to gather resources, etc. In the modern world, where, technology controls everything, we've got a modern business structure, we've perfected agriculture to the point that there's hardly any famines in first world countries, those instincts are no longer required. In fact, they're a hindrance. So ultimately, games exist as a channel to those instincts. Strategy games sort of... Oh, I was going to say strategy game. I was going to give examples of games and what they require. The easiest example is open world games like Skyrim. That's definitely a channel for, traditional masculinity that is sort of shunned upon in today's society. So, we focus those energies and those instincts into games. Now, I've always been more into I've always been more outside of games than inside of games, I guess is how I'll put it. I never really saw the value of wasting my time in a video game. And to me, a video game, the only reason I play video games is if it's a social event where I'm playing with friends. That's why VR Chat is the game that has one of the most hours in on my Steam. Because VR Chat's talking with people. I see VR Chat as a social interaction rather than a game. That's why I love VR Chat so much. I don't see it necessarily as a waste of time in certain contexts. But, so I either play games in a social context, or if I like the story, because I think there is value in listening to good stories. Or if it's involves a lot of mind work, a lot of mental gymnastics, you might say. This is why I play a lot of strategy games, because it helps me think. And thinking it's the same benefits as chess. You think against an opponent, you think them out, you sort of plan several steps ahead. Strategy games are a good mental exercise. So I really only play strategy games with stories that I want to watch. And again, there's artistic value with stories, and analytical value with stories, or if it's a social event like VR Chat or with my friends. I don't play games for any reason besides that, pretty much. I do like games where you get to craft your own story, like Skyrim and Mount and Blade Warband. But those are very specific. They have to be really, really immersive for me to play one of those games, to craft my own story. MMOs aren't really immersive. Characters are static in one position, standing there forever, giving you quests like it's no man's business. You don't really see any encounters on the road besides enemies that you can watch respawn. MMOs, I really don't like that stuff. But the most insulting thing in a game that you can put in it, I think, is grinding. This is why I think I stopped playing Pokemon a long time ago, is because you need to grind to get better levels for your Pokemon. And I can never grind. I don't have the attention span to grind my character or Pokemon to high enough levels. I don't have the time to be doing that. And when I'm just grinding, there's no story value, there's no strategy value, there's no social value. That's why I hate grinding in video games. I think it's an insult. I don't understand the people who love grinding. It's just, words cannot express how much I hate grinding in video games. There are so much better things I can do. Like I'd rather be grinding in the sense of reviewing vocabulary for a language I'm learning, because that will have value. Let's say you spend 100 hours grinding in a video game to get your character to the top level to beat a boss or something. When you look back on it 5 years from now, how useful were those 100 hours to you? Meanwhile, spend 100 hours grinding through some flashcards for some vocabulary for a language. 5 years later, you might be speaking that language, you know? So, and it's like those words you learned were valuable. So, I just don't understand the grinding phenomena. People... And I understand that a lot of people don't like grinding. It's just that there's the fact that there are some people out there who enjoy grinding in video games, and I will never be able to understand that mindset as long as I live. It goes against my ideas with how you should live your life by being conscious of opportunity cost. It goes against my idea of, doing everything you can do to better yourself, whatever. It's just... Man... I don't know what I'm sure I had a more full of energy rant, but I've recorded 6? This is the 6th Radix Reflects video I've recorded today, so I'm kind of tired. But yeah, grinding's a mess. I almost prefer transactions in games better than grinding. They need to put a little warning on games saying, we'll need to do grinding to successfully complete this game, or at least to complete it better with ease. And I'm like, oh, I'm out of here.